This week I made a handful of money decisions that reflect exactly where I'm at right now, which is balancing progress and actually enjoying my life. So here are a couple of those money decisions I made this week and why. I've been talking plenty in my YNAB with me videos about what I want to do for my birthday, and I made a decision. I've made many decisions, flip-flopped back and forth, but I finalized my decision to go on a cruise. And this week I booked the hotel for the pre-cruise stay, the cruise itself, and my flights, and I couldn't be happier. It feels really nice to have made a decision and not be waffling on this, that, and the other. And I think a cruise was really the best decision rather than an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, because I just picked the cruise and that's pretty much it. And I decided to go with an ocean view versus a balcony for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm only going for 1 week, so I picked kind of like something that would be comfortable. If I were to be in an inside room, that's like a hotel room with no windows. That's what an interior is on a cruise. That really wouldn't be comfortable for me. Now, would a balcony have probably been more comfortable? Yeah, but I just kind of picked the middle of the road just to be comfortable instead of luxury, which felt right. You know, I could have upgraded everything. Heck, I could have stayed in a suite if I wanted to, but I really thought going on this cruise for my birthday is more important than the extras. Same with the flights. I picked the middle tier. I picked where I'm not sitting in the best seat, but I'm not sitting in the worst seat. You know, I picked my seat. I have a carry-on bag available. So just kind of balancing what makes sense, like CENTS, right? And also what makes sense. Like, how does this fit into my life? And into my budget. Another thing that I did, which was super duper important, is I've been faithfully in YNAB setting aside money for both investing and my high yield savings account. But what I haven't been doing is taking that money from my main checking account, sending it over to Fidelity or sending it over to my Marcus high yield savings account, which doesn't make any sense. The money is not earning interest in my checking account. So that money was not working for me yet. So I went ahead and moved that money where it needs to go, moved into my high yield savings, moved it into my investing. So now it can start doing what it's supposed to do and start making me money, because that's the whole idea. I fully do believe that investing is how you get rich. I'm not going to get rich by just working. You have to invest that money. And, you know, a high yield savings account is not investing, but it's, you know, a similar path. Like a 4% interest rate is higher than what I have on my checking, which is probably not even 1%. And that really kind of reminded me that budgeting and YNAB, all this stuff, it's not really just about assigning money. It's about taking that next step and making that money do what it's supposed to do. If you just assign money and don't spend it the way you're supposed to or you intend to, you haven't really done anything. Another money move that I made, which is an example of making my money work for me, is when I signed up for my Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. It is a 2% cashback card, which is fantastic. We love free money. And it also gave me a $200 statement credit or $200 in bonus rewards, whatever you want to call it, if I spent, I want to say like $500 in 2 months. Or I don't really know what the criteria was, but it was something that I thought was going to be very easy to achieve, and needless to say, I did achieve that. So I got that $200 reward, and then I got $30 in the 2% cash back. And so when it was time to pay my credit card bill, I just sent all that money right to my credit card bill, which was super fantastic because, again, it's free money. Not only is it free money, but since I do keep on top of my spending in YNAB and I always assign the money to my credit card bill when I spend it, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. If you're like, what is YNAB? What is she talking about? Check out the video up there. You will see me YNAB. You'll see what I mean. And basically my credit card account is always, or credit card category rather, is always in green because I always have the money set aside for the purchases I've made. So because I spent $230 less because I just cashed out rewards, I was able to free up $230, bring it back into my budget and make it work for me in another way, which feels amazing. And as you'll see, if you watch my YNAB with me later on this week, you'll see that I completely forgot about like, how come I have $200 extra? And I was like, oh, right, that's why, because this credit card reward came in and I had already set aside that money. So that was a really, really smart thing that I did. And it worked out exactly like I was supposed to. I was a little tempted when I went on there. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, you can do gift cards. You can do this. Nope. Just put it towards your bill. Just put it towards your bill. Make it simple. I mean, it's all the same, really. It's like, if I put $200 towards my bill, then I have $200 left to spend wherever I want. So why would I have just, you know what I mean? So what's the point of getting that $200 as a gift card? It's the same. Just put it towards the bill. Make it simple. Another money decision I made this week was, if you saw my vlog about what I spend in a week as a 37-year-old living in Minneapolis, you know that I started a workout challenge. That was back in either late November, early December. Anyway, right now I'm still doing the Pilates and strength challenge type thing. My streak is like 50 plus days at this point, and I'm getting stronger. So I needed to upgrade my weights. I currently have a set of adjustable dumbbells I got from Temu. They go from, I want to say 3.5 to like 12.5 pounds or something like that. But I need heavier weights for some of the exercises. So I bought a set of 15-pound regular non-adjustable dumbbells. I got a really great price on them. They were $19 for the set, which I've been looking around, and that's a super good price for dumbbells. They're usually much more expensive. So I went ahead and purchased those. But what I didn't do, which is what I really wanted to do, is buy another adjustable set that went up to like 50 pounds. Now, adjustable dumbbells, they are very expensive. The cheapest I'm finding are about like $264, and that includes like a nice little stand you can get with it. But some of them are like $400, $700, $800 for adjustable dumbbells. So they can get super duper pricey. And instead of, spending $260 on the adjustable dumbbells and, worrying about that later, I just bought the 15 pounders, and it's kind of good that I did, because actually I was looking on Craigslist last night and there was an ad that was posted 6 hours prior, and it was a set of adjustable dumbbells for $170. So that was a $100 savings. I don't know if anybody's gonna buy them, but if those adjustable dumbbells are still for sale in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna snatch those up and I'll save myself another $100, which will be another win. Like I said before, I love free money. I love saving money. I love spending money too. Don't get me wrong. I follow a lot of Ramit Sethi, and he has this like series or thing he's constantly talking about people being scared to spend money, people thinking they don't deserve something, people thinking that, oh, that's only for rich people. I don't suffer from that. I think I deserve everything that I want. I go to work, I make money. I'm not quite sure why I shouldn't spend the money that I make on the things that I want. If I die and I have $2 million saved, who's that good for? It's not good for me, and I'm the one who went to work and made the money. Not to say that I'm, completely selfish, and yeah, that money wouldn't probably go to somebody in my family or whatever I decide that could use it as well. But like, that's my money. So why shouldn't I spend my money? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? So I do not suffer from, oh, I don't deserve that. That's for rich people. No. If it's for rich people, then I guess I'm rich people. I'm just joking. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't suffer from that. And finally, I purchased something that really made me happy. Well, caveat, it's going to make me happy in about a week and a half. So I finally bought my bird of paradise plant. I bought an orange bird of paradise, which if you're familiar at all, the orange one is the one that doesn't get to be like 6 feet tall, which it's not that I have anything against that. I mean, I do live in an apartment, so I don't really need a 6 foot tall plant, but the orange bird of paradise, I think is cuter, prettier than the white one. They do have a blue bird of paradise, but that's beside the point. We're not talking about bird of paradise. The point was I bought something that is going to bring me a lot of joy, and it's just like a little thing. It was about a $50 plant. Now, here's a caveat. I bought it online and it was not as described. I was told it was going to be, I think she said 16 to 18 inches or something. It was literally 4 inches tall. So I had to return it. I bought another one that I hope will be as described and what I want, but if not, it will go back to, and I'll just keep trying. $50, again, it's not a huge amount. It is kind of a lot for a plant. I'm kind of an IKEA girl. I buy my plants at IKEA, so I'm not normally spending $50 on a plant. But the point is, like I was just saying, I want to spend money on things that I want, things that make me happy. So if I want to buy a $50 plant that makes me happy, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did. So now that I've, made those money decisions, some of them were big decisions, hundreds of dollars on the cruise deposit, the flights, hundreds of dollars sent to my high yield savings account, 150 sent to my investing. What I'm focusing on next week is kind of just seeing how everything balances out. Now that I have my birthday trip planned, I know where that money's going. We can kind of settle in for the next month or so until the final payment is due. And so now that I have those big decisions made, it's kind of easier to see what small decisions need to be made and what maybe pivots need to happen, things like that. And as I've been saying for videos and haven't done it yet, I also really do want to get things automated with my investing, with my savings. I would ideally like for this to be completely hands off, but it's just hard working on multiple apps because not that you never know when you're going to get paid. It's just that every week is not the same. Like, I'm not necessarily working on both apps every week, so I'm getting a paycheck on 2 days a week every week. Does that make sense? So yes, I could go ahead and set them up and then just unschedule it if I'm not getting a paycheck that week, but I don't know. For some reason, that's something that feels scary, but sometimes what you should do is the scary thing. So maybe that's something that I'll do today. Just set everything up, automated, take the leap. That's what Ramit has been saying to do. And I followed a lot of his advice and it's working. So maybe I should just do that. And if it's scary, I'm not going to go bankrupt. Like, if $50 goes into my investing account and I didn't get paid on Tiro that week, it's not going to bankrupt me. Like, I have money. So maybe I should just do it. What do you think? Should I take the leap of faith and set everything up, automate it like I've been saying, or should I just kind of keep doing it manually? I mean, I know the answer, but tell me what you think in the comments. What should I do? So that's pretty much it. And really, I think that one of the most important takeaways from all the decisions I made this week is that none of them were about like making the perfect decision. It was just kind of aligning my behavior and my decisions with how I want my life to be, right? I want to be investing. I want to be saving in my high yield savings account. I want to be going on vacations that make me happy. I want to be buying things that make me happy. I want to be taking advantage of rewards and free money and making it work for me. Like that's all that I want for my life. And I feel like this week I did a lot of actions that support that, which really feel really good. And I think that's kind of maybe what's making me more apt to actually go ahead and get everything automated. It's because like, hey, I've been making these decisions. They feel good. I feel like they're moving me forward. So maybe just, I'm going to go ahead and set everything up and automate it. And we'll just see how it goes. If it's a disaster, it's a disaster. And that'll be another video for another time. All that being said, thanks for sticking around, watching me on this kind of like financial journey. I know we used to talk a lot about dental hygiene, temping over here, and now it's more of like my finances, and I like the direction this channel's going. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Would you rather me talk more about dental hygiene? Do you want to see more day in the life vlogs, or what is it that you want to see from me? I'm totally open, as you can see, to sharing my numbers, sharing my budget. So let me know what you're interested in, and you just might see that video. And as always, thank you so much to everybody who comments. You guys are awesome. You guys teach me so much. You give me so many good ideas or just even feedback. Thank you for subscribing. I'm even closer and closer to 1K as we speak, and I appreciate you all. I will see you guys on Friday for YNAB Budget with me. See you guys then. Bye.